Okay, yes, it is, and here we are. Why not? It's a Thursday, and thank you so much for tuning in. The Modern Eater Show continues as we barrel on down the road. This is fantastic. This is day 4 of our road trip, and thank you for joining us as we broadcast from Lamar, Colorado, and the Max Hotel. Yes, you're going to have a good time tonight as we teach you some history of the area, Lamar, Colorado, so aside of Jay Parker. I'm Greg Hollenbach, and again, thanks for tuning in. FallDinnerSeries.com, Jay. FallDinnerSeries.com. What are you going to see there? You're going to see a lineup of chefs 5 days in a row starting next week. It's September 28th through October 2nd. And I'll tell you what, you want to join us for dinner each and every night. You can be our guest. There's a few tickets left for a couple of dinners, but I'll tell you what, on Monday night, Chef Corey Baker is going to join us at the beautifully spacious and well-appointed patio out back of Logan Street. That was the former Governor's Park, Jay. You remember Governor's Park?
I only went there once, but I remember it.
Corey Baker will be there. He's from Izakaya and Sushi Den, and actually going to join us for a very special dinner on Monday night. Tuesday night, Chef Kyle Mendenhall from the Big Red F. And you can come in and join Kyle Mendenhall. I love his ethos as food. He does so much cross-utilization, and the ingredients that he uses, he makes sure that there's no waste at all. Chef Kyle Mendenhall, just a couple of tickets left for his dinner as well. Our centerpiece is really Wednesday night, and that's when Chef Alex Seidel will join us from Mercantile Dining and Provisions and Fruition Restaurant. That only has 2 tickets left. Then Thursday night, this is a good one, Scott Hyberdith. And Scott is from Angelo's Group and Carboy. You know him. That's delicious food. He'll be joining us. And then Friday night, Chef Rebecca Weitzman. That's the whole lineup. That's a good one. A brewer, a distiller, and a winemaker each and every night, along with some of the best of the best. I want to introduce where we are, and we'll start with the hostess with the most. And Chef Nancy, Chef. I just made you a chef.
That's amazing.
Nancy Clark, good to see you. I'm glad that we got to join you tonight, and here we are in Lamar, Colorado.
Yes, at the Max Hotel.
At the Max Hotel.
Yes.
And we also have our friends, and this is what brings us into the region. Rick Robbins, good to see you.
Good to see you.
And Zach Kreider.
Always a pleasure to have you guys out here at Colorado Mills.
You guys, here we are. It's a beautiful Thursday evening. We're all together. The history of this building is fantastic. We're going to dig in. Jay, jump to your computer. I just showed you a little bit of our drive from Durango, Colorado to Lamar today. And I'll tell you what, Colorado just does not disappoint as you're seeing a lot of this in full swing. As they call us the leavers, you know, the guys that go out there and look at the leaves. And it's kind of cool. Look at that, Nancy. It's beautiful, isn't it?
You guys drove across the state today.
We truly
from one
did.
corner to the next.
7 hours of driving. 7 hours of driving, and it lands us here. This is great accommodations. First of all, tell us about yourself, Nancy.
Well, I have a son and daughter-in-law, and about 13 months ago we bought this building and spent this last 13 months, sometimes it seems like 7 years, and sometimes like 7 days, but bringing it back to the jewel that it was.
Yes.
And, it's just been nice. We now have the second floor open for guests, and it's for renters, not a hotel, even though we retain the name hotel. It's the maxhotel.com, but we're getting, it's really workforce housing for the people that have to get up at 5 a.m., go to work, they come home at 10 p.m., they just want to crash and start all over again. And
that's a long day.
That's a long day.
You better have comfortable beds for that. Wow.
Yes.
That's a long day. And, I turned to Rick Robbins because, Rick, you're no stranger to the neighborhood. You live right down the street.
I just live about 2.5 blocks away from here. And I've watched the transformation of this place. Has been really exciting to watch.
Did you think that there's no way that they're going to be able to pull this off?
Well, no, not from that standpoint. I was just going to say, what's it going to take to turn this into something?
Well, what was it? I mean, from your perspective, and then we'll go into Nancy because she knows every little nook and cranny, I'm sure. Still probably sees everything that needs to be done, right? I mean,
exactly, just the details.
That's how it goes. But, being a local guy and in your neighborhood, you see this place. How many years ago, just a couple of years ago, what was the state of this building?
This building hadn't probably had anything done to it for 40 years probably. And so and it's on the main intersection of Highway 50 and 287, and it had some vintage look to it, but it had just continued to deteriorate because it just really hadn't had anything put back into it.
Looked like an old hotel, dilapidated hotel, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just worn out.
And I had not been on the inside, but
Well, you could imagine.
I can imagine.
Right,
Yes,
you can imagine
absolutely.
what it looked like. And Nancy says, "I'm crazy enough. Let's buy it."
It had good bones.
It had potential.
Yes,
It
potential.
had potential. All right, so that potential is really, and I love that because visionaries can see potential and they look at it and go, "I know what this is going to look like." Was that kind of how you approached it?
Yes, I think so. And my son was the one that located it, and I think that the bones piece of it is what really matters at the end of the day. If we could fix something up with paint and hard labor.
Mm-hmm.
It was structurally sound, right? I mean, you think about that all the time.
Anything about 100 years old, they knew how to pour concrete back then.
But history, I mean, the illustrious history of this building as well. It was a hotel originally, right?
Originally.
And a bank.
And it had a bank, and it had a barber shop. Apparently, the gentleman who was at one point mayor, and he built the hospital for the area.
Mm-hmm.
He was in another state before he came to Colorado, a barber, how I've heard it. So there's always been a barber shop, and we have our barber shop open now, Man at the Max.
Man at the Max, that's what it was called?
No, we call it that.
Oh, you call it Man at the Max.
But it's for men.
Come drink a beer and get your hair cut.
Right.
And get a shave.
Get a shave.
And a warm cloth around your neck.
And enjoy the company of the lovely dog, the resident dog down there, who's a treat to have. So, yeah.
And Rick, we look around at each stone and brick and we go, man, if this could just talk.
Yeah.
Just to hear the history.
The people
right?
that have seen it, the people that have walked through these hallways and all through the years, through even the last pandemic, somebody was here.
So last night we were had an opportunity to have dinner at a restaurant in Durango called El Moro, and that was in downtown Durango. In downtown Durango, that building had 1906 is what that dated back to be. And there were pictures on the wall of its early state, and guys were sitting around. There was actually an election going on in this picture, and there were spittoons on the ground and stuff. You were like, man, we couldn't even if they knew the world we lived in right now, it just would blow their mind. They wouldn't even believe it. But here, the walls still stand, right?
Yes.
And you get all of these new innovative things, and you look inside of this hotel now, and it's so beautiful. These rooms are gorgeous, and the beds, and it pops out, and your taste for art and the deco that's happening here, and the talent that you have around you. I mean, you're surely set up for success to build that second legacy onto this building.
That's the desire.
And that's what's going to be so exciting. Now we look at the building and the history, and how long you been in Lamar, Rick?
I've been in Lamar for 18 years now.
18 years.
18 years, yeah.
And you've seen a little bit change and a little bit stay the same, I would imagine.
Well, that's right. Well, the house I live in was built in 1908, so it's 112 years old.
Unbelievable. So the guys that were living in that house surely came over to the
Probably so.
And it was the Maxwell House, wasn't it?
Maxwell House
Originally,
Hotel.
yeah.
Correct.
And boy, I just love talking about that type of history. So here you are, and we talk about agriculture, right? Always here in Colorado. So Colorado Mills and the agriculture here. First of all, I think it's a really amazing story of not only that, but the amount of jobs and business that Colorado Mills has been able to provide to this region. Would you mind recapping that?
Well, when I came in 2002, the company itself started in 1999. And it was mainly a feed manufacturing facility. And they started a little bit of oil seed processing, which is taking oils and pressing them and extracting the oil out. I came here in 2002. They wanted to kind of change their business plan a little bit, look at different opportunities, and so helped them with a makeover, and I became general manager in 2004. And at that time, we had 15 employees. Today, we have 50 employees.
50?
50
Yeah.
employees. We have 2 facilities that run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have over 100.
Take that in. Truly, that's astonishing, especially with how much automation you have now.
Right.
Too.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
We were one of the essential businesses. I hated that word essential because I think everybody's job is essential.
Sure.
But so we had all those through the entire pandemic. We've been able to make it clear through all of that. But we've also at the same time supported, as you know, Zach tells you quite often, over 120 farmers that we buy production from the sun oil seeds, and then we turn around and make that into feed products and supply over 600 ranches in from central New Mexico to the Wyoming border. And then from the oil products, we take the oil products and we put them in from large manufacturers that our oil ended up in Frito-Lay products, Simply brand products for several years. That oil came from here in Lamar to now we've branched out. Rockwellitas that you speak of a lot was one of our first, what I call a flagship chip company in Denver. Exciting and very proud to be a part of what they do. And we just continue to expand and see what's next. Our Sun Meal's now even starting to be courted and found in a lot of pet food companies using it because it's a very high, healthy oil, monounsaturated, high in fiber, high in protein. So we just wake up tomorrow and say, okay, what are we going to do next? So,
well, and then, it's everything from a bottle of oil that somebody can buy on a store shelf throughout Colorado to countless culinarians, across the, Colorado, and our products making its way into New Mexico and Arizona and Seattle and Oklahoma, as we're branching out to the culinarians, and then snack food companies, like you said. Like, I guarantee you have had our product and you didn't realize it. Colorado Mills, the owners are very humble, and I think our management is probably a little too humble, but they created a family-owned company, a woman-owned company, has created the largest expeller pressing facility in the country for sunflower oil. We make more oil than anybody else. And it's right here in everybody's backyard.
And I have a new tagline for you, if you'll accept it. Once you know, you know.
Yeah.
Because, I've never turned back. There's so many benefits. And from the culinarian standpoint, having that oil in a kitchen is just, it's heaven sent. The burn rate is so high on it. You can just crank that temperature up. You can.
And from a culinarian standpoint, sunflower hasn't been a dominant oil in the back of the house, in the restaurant world. And the reason why is because it is a much smaller crop than, say, soy or corn or canola. And soy and canola have really been the flagships of the restaurant industry. But the snack food companies know the value of it, and they see the value. And they have predominantly been buying up the crop and buying up every drop of oil to make packaged products because it gives a better packaged product nutritionally, shelf life, just higher quality all the way around. Where Colorado Mills, we said, hey, let's branch out. Let's go meet some chefs. Let's meet some culinarians. As an industry we haven't been in part of for more than about 4 or 5 years. So it's still very new to us, as we predominantly have been that snack food manufacturing provider. And, let's go find, we dealt with some really big companies, but let's get to know the Rich Snyders of the world, the Harvest Moon baking companies.
Well, they sing the praises from the rooftops when they
they're
start
our
to
biggest
use their
cheerleaders.
product.
And once you know, you know.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting to watch each chef happen. We had a chef tonight that he had never tried it used it in his pasta, and he says, "Oh my God, this is amazing.
Where have you been all my life?"
and it's that way every time when they try it. You just go, go, wow, where's this? Yeah, as you say, where's this been?
So from the southwestern part of Colorado today to the southeastern part of Colorado, and it changes so much. But one thing that's consistent, Colorado and Colorado communities are so illustrious and just big and so tight-knit, and that's what we're going to talk about today as it will all tie in. And from the Max Hotel, and thank you, just great, Nancy Clark, our host tonight, and everybody else, we're going to get to hear from them too. You guys, stick around. I want to do this. Just break off real quick. We want to hear from our local sponsors, and I have a feeling you'll be running in that as well. Just been great sponsors of the Colorado Show, the Modern Eater Show. And we can't do this without each other, and that's something that's more important than ever, especially since the outbreak. You really figure out who's on your side and who's going to stay with you. So as we bandy together here in Lamar, Colorado, we thank you for joining us. We'll break away real quick. We'll come right back. The Modern Eater Show will continue. I love the laugh.
You ready?
Like right now?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, it's Kyle Mendenhall. I'm talking with my good friends from the Modern Eaters Show. Keep supporting them. There's a lot of good stuff happening.
We started Meridiem Spirits because we love the way that spirits and cocktails can bring people together to socialize, to bond, to have conversations. Well, right now we've got some big conversations to have. Coop Vodka and Coop Gin are available at liquor stores across the metro area, but if you can't find us or would like to have us behind your bar or at your restaurant, send us an email, info@meridiemspirits.com. We know things are a little different these days, but think of us the next time you're planning a virtual happy hour or a socially distant picnic. And keep an eye on our social media, Coop by Meridiem, for all the latest and greatest.
Hey, Dave Thibodeau here. Hey, friends of the Modern Eater. This is Dave Thibodeau from Ska Brewing and Peach Street Distillers. I wanted to let you know that our new brew distillery is up and running again in Boulder. And we've got a great selection of Ska beers, nearly 30 on tap. We've also got all of our Peach Street spirits available, a great mixology program that we brought down from the Western Slope and Palisade. We're open limited hours, Wednesday through Friday from 3 to 10. And then we open up earlier at 10 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday and get some brunch action rolling. We have 2 great patios. Socially distanced seating is available. And you can always check for more information at scastreet.com and hope we become your new favorite neighborhood spot. And I'd like to meet you there in the not too distant future for a beer or a drink soon. So take care, be healthy, and stay strong. And I'll talk to you later.
Hi guys, it's Cody Ann from Aspen Baking Company. We specialize in fresh, preservative-free, amazing bread. But with all the food news, go right here to the Modern Eater.
Hey, Zach Ryder here, Colorado Mills Sunflower Products out of Lamar, Colorado. Your only local source, grown from a local crop to produce a local oil for local chefs. You can find it at Shamrock Foods, What Chefs Want, Seattle Fish Company. Let me try it one more time, then we'll see. Hey, restaurants, we're glad you're reopening. From Colorado Mills Sunflower Oil, we'll see you soon.
First, we partner with the best farmers in the world, and then we tell them, we will take it all. Process whole spices daily, blend custom spices to order, keep it fresh, safe, and flavorful, all so that you can get back to doing what you do best. So whether you're a restaurant, a food manufacturer, or an at-home cook, be sure to visit The Spice Guy at www.thespiceguyco.com.
Okay, thanks for joining us on a Thursday. Tomorrow, another big day. We're heading into Puebla, Colorado for the Chili Festival. Looking forward to that. I'll tell you what. I want to tell you about Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions. Actually, I was talking to Michael about Jeff Rourke today. Installing tap lines. You need to have tap lines. If you're going to pour delicious craft beer, just like the brewer intended to taste, you need to make sure the install is good. That's where it comes to Jeff Rourke. Jeff Rourke is one of those guys. He's the most trusted man in the business, 20 years doing it. He's a family man. He has all the ingredients that you want to do business with him. Not only that, he's a pro. He can do the tap line installation of your dreams. He can also do the maintenance. That's important. Add a line. You want to add a line, whether it's beer, wine, water, nitro, coffee, doesn't matter. He can do it for you. Also, if you're pouring inefficient beer, what are you doing, Jay?
You're pouring your money down the drain.
I would appreciate you not pouring your money down the drain. Just get a hold of Jeff Rourke. It's an easy phone number, and you should give him a call. 720-272-3809.
That's pretty easy.
Well, easy for you, all
great.
right? I failed that class. Can you give it to me? I have to write it down.
It's 720, Jay. 272-3809. Most trusted man in the business. Tap installations of your dreams. Get a hold of him. It makes a difference. Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions. Back to the show. Okay. falldinnerseries.com. I'm looking at Chef Alex Seidel's, and that was a very nice compliment, Nancy. You
Well,
said
it's
that's
true.
that's a nice graphic.
Good ad.
Tells you everything that you need to know. The chef, the farmer, the rancher, the brewer, the winemaker, the distiller. That's what's going to be happening. It's all next week. We are out on our road trip, our fall road trip. We were with the gals from the Colorado Restaurant Association. We were touring the state. They took off. They went back home. They couldn't handle me and Jay anymore. These ladies were like, we're out of here. No, they had the time of their life, Jay. Could you believe it? We changed their life and religion. All in one trip.
I mean, time of their life might be a stretch, but it did seem like they had a good time.
They had a great time. And so community is what it's all about. They went out on the road with us, and you'll be getting to see some good footage from what those gals got. So what did that land us? That lands us with our Fall Dinner Series. And just a couple of tickets left, falldinnerseries.com. Check that out. Back to the show. Okay, Max Hotel and Nancy Clark here with us. Good to see you again.
Thank you for having
as we
us.
continue. Our friends Zach and Rick, Colorado Mills.
Yeah.
All
Good
right.
to see you.
Lamb was the name of the game tonight.
We had lamb today. We had lamb burgers, and this lamb wasn't just any lamb. It was Colorado lamb, but it was completely fed. That animal was let out its life eating Colorado Mills sunflower meal. So it's not grain, it's not grass, it was sunflowers.
And we say that's called Case of Kurt's lamb.
Case of Kurt's lamb.
Isn't that right? That's good stuff. And so I don't know. First of all, Chef, introduce yourself if you would.
My name's Anthony Escobar.
Hey, Anthony. Good to see you, Chef. You really impressed us tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate
You're one heck of a cook, man.
Thank you.
Just putting it together for us. Your salsa. How often do you work with lamb?
Hardly ever.
Yeah. Not much.
Yeah, not
right?
much at all.
Okay,
no.
you were grilling that up like a boss tonight, man.
Yeah, thank you.
That was good stuff. So a little, the fat content was good in that.
Yeah,
didn't
it
you
was.
think?
Yeah, it was insane. Yeah,
You're
I love that meat. Yeah.
Firing it up.
I'm gonna have some more lamb actually.
And so from the gallery, not bad, right? Good stuff. Compliments to the chef. That's how that goes. Taste wise, what'd you think of the taste? You can tell the truth. What's the difference to you?
Honestly,
Did you have some?
Yeah, I did. I had 2 burgers. It was delicious.
If you'd have said I only had a couple of bites, then I'd be worried.
No, the first one I ate it too fast. The second one I ate it nice and slow, and
you were hungry.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Difference in taste to you, Rick. What do you think?
Well,
and I guess what do you compare it to, right? I mean, does everybody compare everything to beef?
Well, except you get down to they think everything tastes like chicken. When you go to a burger, everybody compares beef.
Completely.
And so when you look at a lamb, what this has that, and I was one who didn't like lamb.
I remember yes.
Case of Kurt's lamb. I love Case of Kurt's lamb. But what it did was it took the that off chance gaminess away that you might catch with lamb, and this really leaves that nice rich flavor that lamb has.
Great way to describe it.
And what's exciting about it is the lamb burger that he used. You could see the fat in it, and usually preparing lamb, they want to trim all that fat because that's possibly where that taste comes from, that off taste comes from. And feeding the sunflower meal, monounsaturated fat. The thing we've never done and we've talked about it a lot is we should really have that analyzed to see what the fat profile is and how it's different from normal.
Can we take care of that? Can we do that?
Let's climb that mountain next time.
After
Come
harvest.
on, Case of Kurtz. Accolades to Case, please. So she's got some great things
absolutely.
going on right
She's
now.
we've started working with her. I think the first time you saw her,
That's
she was
right.
like a freshman or sophomore in high school, and now she's finally a senior. Seems like for us working with her, seems like she's been in school. She hasn't skipped it. She hasn't had to take it years twice. She's flying through it. But she's
a part of the Melineers.
Yeah, she's
go Melineers.
Rocky Ford Melineers. That's right. And,
How do I know
and
these
she's
things?
been it's interesting to watch her grow through that. She's grown. This has also given her confidence, and it was fun to watch her last year during the Master Chef at
The
Broadmoor.
tasting, yeah.
And when she was talking to Master Chefs, telling them about lamb, it was interesting. world professionals listening to this 17-year-old
Yeah.
girl talk to them how to raise lambs. So.
Representing the region.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what,
it's
and so
exciting.
Colorado, as we look around Colorado, we think, okay, well, what's the terroir of Colorado? What's the taste of Colorado? And you go, okay, is it hogs? Is it pigs? Not really.
No,
it's not. Is it chickens? No, it's not that either. Beef? Yeah, got some beef in there. Colorado lamb stands out.
It's known throughout the world.
Isn't that something else?
The master chefs who we work with, the American Master Chef Order, they've told us that Colorado lamb, not just in the United States, but you go to Europe and Colorado lamb is looked at as the premier lamb coming out of here, and where we kind of throw kind of a not a wrench into the mix, but kind of an excitement to it is everybody we've put this lamb in front of that's been raised on Colorado Mills sunflower meal overwhelmingly love it. People that never like lamb love it. Chefs that are world professionals love it, and they've never had it. It's grain-fed, it's grass-fed, or your traditional, feeds. And this is something totally different. And kind of like what we said earlier about the oil, once you try it, once you know. There's a difference there, and you are what you eat. We've always talked about it. You are what you eat, and take it a step further to what your food eats. If your food is eating something, you're eating that. So what do you prefer?
That's all good stuff to me. That's what I really love to do, and I love to feature regionally. So as we go around the state and you go into like Palisade, Grand Junction, Fruita area, and you see them draw all the great, there's grapes, there's peaches, there's apples, there's orchards, Let's talk about this region, right? So melons.
Melons.
Melons have got to be.
Arkansas River Valley, yes.
What else?
Well, you've got all kinds of melons. You got the cantaloupe, you've got the watermelon, but you're getting out of here. You're getting within 100 miles of Lamar. You're going to see over 20,000 acres of sunflowers in this area that supply through us. You're going to see a lot of wheat out here.
Okay.
You're going to see a lot of sorghum or milo that's used in a lot of food products, and then a lot of what we call feed corn. Is out here. You get some sweet corn, but not the name brand sweet corn.
It's not like Olathe.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's nothing better than a Rocky Ford cantaloupe.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely. And that's when by name, it's like Palisade Peach, Rocky Ford Melon. Yeah. Now that's your job. Okay, we're talking about regional ingredients. That's the mindset that you need to get into, and that's what the Max Hotel will really, I believe personally. So as you're starting to hear this and you're thinking of the regional ingredients and your mind should just be going crazy on some things that you could possibly do, well, Chef, what comes to your mind on some things that you could do regionally and partnerships too? So you got to use Colorado Mills. Yeah. You got to use the oil, right?
That went straight onto the menu.
Get some melons going. But just start thinking about how a chef's mindset of what comes to you naturally. Your family's been in the business for years.
Yeah, they have. And I don't know, Mexican food's always been kind of my backdrop. I always just fall back to it. But
so Pueblo chilies. No, you like the hats? What do you like?
It's a toss-up between the two, honestly. I like both. Both give off good flavors. Both have great heat, but that Pueblo chili.
That salsa you do, man. I don't know. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's really good. You got that dialed in.
Oh, yeah, that salsa was good.
Regional partnerships, regional ingredients, because not only do you want to do great, delicious food, but you want other purveyors that'll actually shout from the rooftops, like, you got to go there. They're using our ingredients.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. Food in the area? Let's talk about food in the area. Oh, nobody's saying anything. There is there.
Kind of hit that one right on the head.
Yeah. We talked about a steakhouse that may be down the road, or you go in town or out of town or something like that. It's time. It's time for Lamar, I believe. Yeah.
Especially sitting on this intersection. This is the busiest intersection in southeast Colorado. Not just Lamar, but literally, east of Pueblo and I don't know if there's really not an intersection up along I-70. So really kind of just that whole southeast coordinate. It's literally the busiest intersection all day long. Traffic. It's time for something right here.
Did you know we have Mr. Lamar Barbecue in the house tonight?
I met him tonight. Yeah. Grand champion, world champion from Lamar.
World wine. He's the champion of the world.
Yeah.
Hailing from Lamar, Colorado. In this corner.
There's a lot of good things coming out of Southeast Colorado.
There are. Do the round robin around the table and just something that's a highlight of Lamar. Nancy, put you on the spot.
I'm on the spot, but what I think is the highlight is there's some unique beauty of my interest is in architecture. Some unique, beautiful architecture that you would not find elsewhere. And
you have another structure down the road, don't you?
We have the Alamo across the street, and that's our kind of with my kids, our passion. You know, just finding buildings with beautiful bones in more rural areas.
Gotcha.
Fixing them up, making them into apartments.
There's a beautiful house on, I don't know what the structure's like, in downtown Telluride that I was looking at like, boy, if I ever had money, I might be able to buy something like that. And I look at it and I go, boy, that'd probably be more trouble than what it's worth. You know, you start digging into what that takes. What does it take to do a project like this? Where do you even begin? When you look at it and you open the door and you go, oh, no.
Well, I think that's...
Where's Michael?
Where's Michael?
Where's the... Yeah.
First of all, you need great people to work with you. And that's what we have with Michael Payne and with Anthony Escobar. And he is our chef, and Michael is our project manager. And he's worked with us, 2 years? Almost 3. Time flies. Time flies when you have a lot of dumpsters you have to fill up. But it's good to have strong people that really get excited about what they're doing.
Young, strong guys. You strong like bull. You run around here. Why do you laugh like that?
I think you're really pretty funny.
Well, you're the only one. She's coming with me. She's on the road with us for sure. I want to do that. I want to hear from some of your team as well. What do you think when we come back? We'll break away. We'll come back. We've been, Jay and I, driving 7 hours, and then Jay just comes in here like a boss with all this equipment, lays it down, sets it up. All week long he's been doing this. I'll guarantee you. Jay, have you had anything to eat yet tonight?
No, not yet.
Man.
I was going to have Chef cook some stuff during the show so we could get some video of it, and then is that still a thing? Can we still do that? I mean, because
definitely.
Honestly,
you better do it quick because I'm going to wear out here.
We're 8:30. Well, how about this? How about in the commercial break when we swap? I'm assuming we're swapping Chef for Michael. Maybe is that the plan, or somebody else?
Yeah, let's do. I do want to talk to Michael for sure, and then I want the pit master of the world.
Okay. So maybe he can do that, and I'll put a camera on him. You know?
Special thanks to Robbie Hahn, who just likes to put things together and connect dots, and really always connecting dots, whether the dots are there or not. He's still connecting them. That's how you do it, Robbie. Thank you so much
Robbie.
for doing this for us tonight. As we continue, we'll come back. You'll hear from Aspen Baking Company, and that's one of Jay's live reads. I enjoy it each and every time. During the commercial falldinnerseries.com, words are my life. I need to enunciate. I'll tell you what, Chef Alex Seidel's dinner, the brewing company, Odd 13 Brewing and Golden Moon Distillery. Wow. These 2 tickets, while we're on the show tonight, that are left, they better sell. I'm going to check to see. You want those tickets. They're the last 2. Carboy Winery, delicious Colorado wine, and they are coming on strong. If you haven't been to the Breckenridge, the Littleton, or the downtown location, do yourself a favor. Check out Carboy Winery. Okay, we'll take a break. We'll come right back. The Modern Eater Show continues from Lamar, Colorado.
Hi guys, it's Rebecca Berry with Hot Schedules powered by Ford. With all of the recent COVID rules and regulations, you may feel like you have way too many cooks in the kitchen. Well, fortunately, Fourth is the leading hospitality provider and partner when it comes to onboarding, HR, payroll, tax, and compliance needs. So that way you can keep all of those cooks in the kitchen and let us manage all of your administrative needs. That way you can focus back on your business and your growth plans. Give me a call for an analysis on how we can put that ROI back into your business and take those administrative burdens off your hands, because nobody likes handling taxes. That's Rebecca.berry@Fourth.com, Rebecca.berry@Fourth.com. And hey, you know what's cool, guys? Keeping your mask on so that way we can keep our doors open.
Hey Modern Eater fans, I'm Don Trobo with the Annex by Ardent Mills, and I just wanted to give you a heads up about some of the great things we've got going on locally in the state. We're headquartered right here, and we're working with farmers in the San Luis Valley to bring you amazing Colorado quinoa. It's just like the South American stuff, but grown locally. We've got transitional wheat flour that's grown by farmers in Colorado and surrounding states who are in the process of turning their fields into organic. So we're taking that transitional wheat and turning it into flour, and now it's available for you to cook and bake with. And last but not least, we're now cleaning grain berries in Denver. So things like spelt or wheat berries or pearled barley, those are things that we're now doing right here locally and are available to you. Can't wait to share it with you.
Hey, Colorado restaurant and food service operators. This is Rich O'Brien along with Pearson Shields over here at Elevation Food Service Reps. And we wanted to let you guys know that at the end of the month, on the 23rd and 24th, here at our global headquarters in Park Hill, Colorado, Denver, Colorado, we're going to be having our demo sale where you can buy great products gently used for an excellent price. And we want to invite you over, and chefs, I know you all know Pearson, and he can vouch that these are pretty good products. Going to be a good price.
No, absolutely. We used them, gently used them, and we're super excited. We're doing some good food as well.
Well, by you.
Some chicken.
Yeah.
I'll be cooking.
Yeah, we got Pearson cooking, and hey guys,
Excited.
come over this way too. And don't mind the young woman right there. She's just kind of hanging out and hiding. But we have all this equipment here that we're going to be doing our best to sell and get out of here. So any questions, give us a call over here at Elevation, 303-750-3727, or at elevationfs.com. And if you have any questions about the equipment, just give Pearson a holler. Thanks, guys.
Hey there, Barbecue All-Star. This is your year, so what if you weren't drafted? The only draft you need to be worried about is actually spelled D-R-A-U-G-H-T, and it's adult for the word beer. It's barbecue season, baby. Now get out there and grill your ass off.
Hey guys, it's Brian Rizzuto with Encore Energy, the guy who saves your businesses money on natural gas. I know these are crazy, crazy times right now, so while your business is working on increasing your sales, let me work on saving you guys money on your natural gas. I make it as easy as possible. Just provide 12 months worth of natural gas bills to me. I'll do the rest. I know you're really busy, so let me get to work for you. You can reach me at 720-245-5771. I look forward to hearing from you guys, and let me try to save you some money in these crazy times. Bye.
Hi, it's Charlie from Brews Beers here, and I'd like to tell you about our brand new Abbey 4-pack, featuring the 4 main products of Abbey and Trappist breweries in Belgium. So there's the single, the double, the triple, and the quadruple. And let's talk about singles today. Singles or ankles are traditionally monks' beers served at meal times and during the day. They're low in alcohol, 3 to 5.5%, and they're often second runnings from stronger beers like triples or quadruples. This one is 3.8% ABV, and it's made from the second runnings from our triple. So what they're known for is lightness and drinkability. They're biscuity flavor with distinct hoppiness, and they're very refreshing. Great summer beers, available at either Brews location, 67th and Pecos, or at Colfax in York, and at fine liquor stores throughout the metro area. Pick up your Abbey 4-pack today and take home some Belgian.
Back to the show in just a second, but I want to ask you a very serious question. Are you a bread lover? Because if you're a bread lover, then pay attention. AspenBaking.com. That's where you go to find bread-loving folks just like yourself. Greg and I are on fall road trip right now. We got a bagel sandwich. I said to him on the drive, I said, if you could eat this sandwich and you could take out the cheese and then eat it that way. And by the way, it was bagel, cheese, bacon, egg, bagel. Bacon, egg, yeah. You know what I'm saying. I said, if you could take the cheese off and eat it, or if you could take the bread off and eat that, what would you do? He says, take the cheese off, man. I need the bread, and I couldn't agree more, because AspenBaking.com is close, the place to go.
I mean,
not for me.
The cheese was delicious.
Not for me. I don't need cheese. In fact, you know what? We're not talking about cheese. We're talking about bread.
Okay, sorry.
We're talking about bread. If you want to order online, do that. If you want to order direct, do that. If you're an Amazon Fresher, go to Amazon Fresh and order that way. Hashtag, how's your Aspen? Box lunches, catering. I mean, since 1994, when I graduated high school, they've been doing it the best in town. AspenBaking.com. Go there right now and buy you some bread.
I'd eat some bread. I want bread right now. Go give me a loaf, Jay. Can I have a loaf of bread? What's your favorite bread? What do you think, Michael? Sourdough. Just say sourdough.
Sourdough.
Is it rye? What do you think? How about yours, Rick?
My favorite bread?
Yeah.
Just a really well done French bread.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Zach?
Do tortillas count? That's kind of a bit. All right. Sourdough.
Sourdough's good. Nancy?
I think just plain old white bread.
White bread?
The one that's for peanut butter and jelly, cinnamon toast.
Snacker.
Yeah.
I love it.
Grilled cheese.
All right. I want to do this as we welcome you back to the Max Hotel, Lamar, Colorado. Where? What? Yeah, Lamar, Colorado. And I'll tell you what, you need to do the same thing. Stop by sometime. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised on what you see, and as it just starts to grow and grow. Hope to see it like a Salida, Colorado, or so, to where it's just people want to be there. And I think more and more, there's a lot of people in the region. There's a lot of workers in this region. This is very blue collar, isn't it, Rick?
It's very blue collar, but what was exciting, we do a Know Your Farmer, Know Your Food tour every year, but COVID year. We'll do it again next year. But some of the comments we get from people from Denver and Boulder are about the people that they meet out here is so exciting, because some of the unique comments, and one I'll quote was, "We came to Lamar and found humanity." Because there isn't the big divisions between these ideas or that ideas. They can sit down and you can talk for hours and nobody knows the politics. Yeah. Nobody knows those things, but they feel the wholesomeness. And we had one of them. He was an immigrant from India 40 years ago. He's a big fan of the
Raj,
yes.
What's up, Raj?
And he said these are the people that he saw that made him want to come to America.
Oh man, yeah.
So those things are exciting when you think about it. We're out here and we think, okay, we're not a Denver, but he's glad we're not in Denver. He's glad.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. That's the compliment, right? Yeah. We're not in Denver. Well, thank you, Nancy Clark. Introduce this gentleman right here. I want to give a proper introduction to
Michael
this young
Payne
man.
is our manager of the Max and also the Alamo, and he has been here since the first hour that we bought it 13 months ago, and pretty much everything that's been done, Michael has been part of.
Wow, manager of 2 properties.
Yeah, and maybe even
Hold this
more.
in. Don't you have somewhere to be right now?
I don't.
Don't you have something to do?
Right here.
Holy cow, you are a busy guy. I can make a bunch of he's there's no job too small, no job too large. That's what you have to do. But it's realizing, and Nancy, she has dreams. She's got things she wants to get done. So she'll tell you, here's my dream around here. And you go, oh, well, how can I figure out how to do this? Yeah. That's a pretty unique talent, sir.
It is, and she gives me what I need, and I execute it.
Wow.
They've done a great job. Like, I've been driving by this building for 13 years since I've been coming to Lamar, and never paid any attention to it, to be honest with you, because it was just get past it, and you guys have done a fabulous job, and getting to see the inside of it now it's a true gem, not only of Lamar, but Southeast Colorado and Colorado.
Yeah. Rick, do you hear the train anymore?
Yeah.
You do hear it?
I do. It's music, but it's
I like the sound of the train. I can still hear it from my place in Cherry Creek. The train, I don't know where it'd probably on Santa Fe somewhere, but I can still hear it. It's kind of good.
Our office is like 75 feet from
the train.
Yeah.
We have to stop conversation.
Really?
Hold on, we got a train.
You look at each other. So this challenges, right? This property, and you've shown me just little areas and what you've been putting together. First of all, what really stands out is this bar area that you've been working on.
It's a beautiful part of the building, and everyone's waiting for it to open up, and that's what we get pressed on a lot, so we're trying to get it ready.
Yeah, call Jeff Rourke and A+ Beverage Solutions. You need some taps.
We do, actually.
Which would be really nice. That bar, you can look at it. And again, when, I don't know whether we think the same, but in that sense that you look around at that bar and I'm just like, what was the history through here? Was that the original bar, you guys?
That is the bar that was in here when we bought it. I think over time it might have, 90 years ago or whatever, it could have been different. Right. But it's Michael did the copper top over the top and the paneling outside, and because we actually really liked that bar, and it's quite a stretch of bar.
It is.
It is, and the shape of it, everything was perfect as it was, so we just had to redo it.
What were some things in here you looked at and go, man, my life's going to just really be hell for the next couple of days?
Actually, my space, the
That
ceiling
you're in
was
now?
a wreck. Yeah, just the hallways of the upstairs. It was a heavy project, but, we executed it and got it done.
Yeah. Nancy, you seem to be somebody who are very loyal to the folks that are loyal to you.
Right. When you find the right thing, stick with it.
Mhm.
That could be your next motto after the other one. When you know it, you know it.
Yeah. When you find the right thing, stick with it. That's right. Go with the horse that got you there. Man, you have a nice stable, Mr. Horse.
Appreciate it.
That's cool. Tell the little story about living on the property and putting this together, and today being today's a day, a remarkable day, to be able to get into this space that's all yours and you work so hard for. How do you set that up first, and then we'll ask how you feel. What's he doing over there?
Well, it's fabulous and necessary to have Michael on premise, and so is Chef Anthony. But to have them here, running, with their eyes on the ground, the prize, they're the boots on the ground, and so we had a goal of get everything done in that loft area that is not a loft actually in a literal sense. It's on the first floor, but it is Michael's residence, and get it all done, because if you shortcut anything at the front end, it doesn't get done. Yeah. So it got done today.
It did.
It's all done?
It is.
And we saw that space. Wow. It's
kinda nice.
Beautiful.
It is.
Yeah, you better make your bed every day.
I know it.
You better make your bed every day. How many people do you employ here?
Well, we actually have Michael and Anthony.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Working hard. And that's good. A lot of progress.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of opportunity, and it's coming. You can see it. It's already here. It's ready to bring tenants in, and a brewery, a distillery, a ice cream shop, whatever it may be, down here.
Oh, that sounds all good.
It does.
It does sound all good.
Yeah.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Oklahoma City. I was born and raised there. I moved here, I believe, when I was 26.
Okay. Wait, 28 now?
Yes, 29.
29?
Yes.
All right. Boy, what I'd do to be that age. 29 years old. You got your whole life ahead of you. It seems like you're right on track. 29, man, I couldn't figure anything out. You know what?
I'd commit a crime, a very serious crime, if I could go back to 29.
Would you really?
And just have that time back where I
That's
could get up in the morning and think that I feel good. Yeah, oh, okay, cool. Now you get up and it's just I don't even know what that is. It makes you mad,
Yeah, it hurts to wake up.
Yeah, don't.
Rick,
what do you think? You're seeing these new things happening in this area, much needed, right?
Well, it's much needed, but it's also I've always thought that this area was a large opportunity, and I think sometimes when you get into the agriculture, you look at why does somebody see us as interesting, and as general population gets farther and farther away from agriculture, I think this type of lifestyle becomes more intriguing to people, I think I think people after this pandemic and everything is over, they're going to look at the map and go, that's not too bad of an area to go be.
Absolutely.
If things get tough.
And I'll tell you what, domino effect. Don't be surprised. I mean, it takes people like you that are cutting new road, that are doing new innovative things, that other people say, hey, look, you know what? Let's give it a shot.
This thing proved nothing more than we are very much more portable than everybody thought. You can live anywhere.
Absolutely right. Hey, Michael, you got a lot of work to do, but so far, tonight's a time for celebration. I really want to congratulate you.
Thank you. I appreciate it
such
so
an
much.
amazing job. All right, hand that off to our friend over here. It's Justin, right? Yep. Justin, come on over here. Let's talk barbecue for a minute, my man.
The world champion.
the world
or the
champion.
galactic.
Hailing from Lamar, Colorado.
Yeah. It's back to small town as he's getting his mic on. It's small towns survive and they thrive because they support each other, and that's what you find when you come to small town America. And there's a lot of small town America out there, and
that's
there's
what
a
you
lot
would
to
hope,
offer.
Right? It's interesting. Like in Palisades, it's like Hatfield and McCoy. You know, you get these all these family farms that been there for, you know, Centennial Farms, and, you know, doing the same kind of agriculture in Lamar. It's all these farmers that are working in kind of unison together. That's pretty cool about this area. I mean, I'm in love with Doug Hewlin. He's one of the guys that I find him to be a remarkable guy, and just his values and what he does and contributes, and really a low-profile guy. Just like to be on his tractor.
Very, very humble and quiet, and he's the fourth generation. His son's the fifth, and his grandson's the sixth, and you know, you wouldn't know that they farm over 20,000 acres, and they say he's just the general guy that you meet, and he's as genuine as he looks. So.
He is completely. If you haven't met Doug Hewlin yet, you've got to meet Doug. All right, introduce yourself.
So I'm Justin Wallace with Just the Tip American Barbecue, getting ready to get something set up here with Nancy at the Max in the next couple of months.
Getting ready to get ready?
Getting ready to get ready.
Let's do it.
Some smoked barbecue, grilled meats, you name it.
Yeah, this area back here, I mean, it almost screams like, it almost seems like you're inside of a smoker back here, kind of. Wasn't this like a smoking area?
It was a smoking area. A little different.
A little different kind of smoking area. I'm already making plans of like, well, how are you going to build a built-in smoker here and use the same kind of concrete? Nancy, I'm sorry, I'm already making plans.
I love
for
this. I'm going to bring
build
your
the
ideas.
chimney up really high, and then, you know, just the tip on the chimney.
There you go.
And then the whole city can see it, and it just smells.
Wake them up.
Delicious. Well, I mean, why?
That is a great idea.
Well, just bring the chimney
we were talking
up
about
high.
it earlier.
Oh, this is great.
Bring that chimney up high, and they'll come far and wide. I like the ideas, and so your background in barbecue.
So I grew up around Superior Farms, which was a lamb operation as well, but in Southern California in Sacramento. I had the pleasure of working about 10 years. I was able to work with some 5-star chefs and whatnot, some expos. That's where I gained my knowledge on the cooking side, and then I just kind of went over to the whole grilling and smoking meats from then on out. I mean, I would be the teenage kid or the kid in the 20s with, you know, wreck of ribs or whatever, ribeye steaks, going out to campfires, slinging them out, you know, and everybody was
doing
enjoying
grill
it.
offs with your friends.
That's right.
Yeah, you think you can do that better? Let's go.
Oh.
Same meat. Let's taste it. Who's gonna? I know. I get the. It's just really working with the meats and seeing how you can cook them and smoke them and cure them.
Right.
It's really it's fun. So your passion for barbecue now transcends into what are you doing now?
Smoking.
Smoking.
So smoking the meat. Yeah, just different
briskets and
slow and easy.
You're rolling smoke.
That's right.
Good for you.
Yep, the texture means everything. I had an opportunity of doing it here at the fair too, so it was a good impression.
What do you envision doing here at a place like this?
Bringing in
sandwiches.
No, so to be a smoked brisket. I'll have the tri-tip steaks. I'll have ribeyes, some New Yorks in there, T-bones.
I wish Jay had that picture that you showed me earlier of the shot glass with the cornbread in it.
Yeah, that's an appetizer.
Jalapeno.
So it's a cornbread shot glass, and then it'll have the smoked pulled pork inside of it with a little slice of jalapeno, and then some drizzled fire honey on top.
Another slice on the other side.
Yeah,
slice of heaven.
When you say a cornbread shot, what do you?
They use the glass to hold the cornbread in as a mold.
It's a mold.
Okay, so is it cornbread cut out into the shape of a shot glass and you eat the whole thing?
No, they use the shot glass as a mold.
Because I swear that's what I think it is in my head.
You bake it in the shot glass?
Yeah, so it's a mold, and you pour the cornbread mix into it, right? Mm-hmm. So it kind of looks like a finger when you're looking at it, and there's like this little rim inside. You would cut the top off, dump it over, pull the mold off, and now it looks like a shot glass.
Okay.
you pick and stuff your product inside.
So it is what I think, to where it's like there's no actual shot glass as part of the
just the
eating
mold.
or something.
0%.
It's a cornbread and you eat the whole thing.
And you eat the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought it was, but then I'm like, maybe there's an actual shot glass when cornbread shot glass. You say, huh? What's your website, Justin?
Well, right now it's just a personal page, but I am in the works of getting everything hammered out here pretty soon. So the next 2 months I'll have.
So just to tip, American Barbecue Facebook page is a good place to go to kind of dig in.
My site, Justin Wallace. You can go there, look me up. You'll see my logo that Nancy actually and her team helped me out with, and it's done and ready to go. So that'll be my sign, my shirts. That'll just go from there.
My food.
Did you ask him about the name yet?
I was afraid.
That's almost 9.
The one behind me helped me with the name, but
it's good. I like it.
Oh.
It's
I like it.
Yeah, no, I mean obviously it's memorable. You remember it.
Yeah, burnt ends.
So the name it came out because in California, tri-tips are just a phenomenal thing, along with Texas, and stuff like that. So I was trying to build it around just the tip, tri-tip.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in Colorado, not too many people are familiar with the tri-tip, or know like, what's that? So I will show them here soon.
Listen, I'm a fan already. It's fantastic. Actually, near the tri-tip, there's another Centennial Farms or Centennial Ranch, which we'll go visit them in Crowley County, Fowler County. What's over here? Is it Crowley? It's Fowler County. Talk to me. Where are
Ordway.
Crowley County, Centennial Ranch and Centennial Cuts, and they found near that tri-tip a Denver cut, which is, I don't want to show you that on a cow, but the tri-tip, you're right. I love the name. Don't change it. You could do so many things with it, and obviously you probably get a couple giggles with the name.
That's the thing.
I mean, it's perfect.
It is, right?
Yeah.
It's the backyard flavor and humor right to your kitchen table.
And we need more of that for sure. What's that? Are you doing any competition?
I would expect to get myself next year. I guess it's in May.
Yeah.
I think. Don't quote me on it.
Not many competitions going on right now, huh?
No. There wasn't much of anything, really.
Everything shut down. Do you have a food truck or anything right now?
Not yet. So that was the plan in the beginning. Things kind of fell south with this whole COVID thing and the time it's going to take. I think it would be better off to root myself here in Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when I met Nancy and really fell in love with the place. So hopefully we can just get this going.
Yeah,
And I got to fall in love with the barbecue. Tried the barbecue.
Yeah.
Love
the barbecue.
Loved the
All
barbecue.
right. Are you doing sauces or rubs or what do you?
So I won't be making my own sausage, but I will be grilling it here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one thing that was a knockout then at the fair too. I was able to showcase.
I love it. Every year we come to Lamar, Colorado. Every year it gets better and better.
We appreciate you coming out.
Yeah, next year we'll resume with the know your farmer.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a great thing because people really are getting into. I want to know where my food comes from.
Well, and it's the where does your animals come from? Where do your proteins, your beef comes from? And then now we have local vegetables and fruit, and everybody's in tune to that. But what about everything else? There's one manufacturer of oil in the state. That's Colorado Mills. And your spices and what else is here? I think the beef market really kind of took off like. Know your grass-fed beef. Where is it coming from? And now everybody's starting to pay attention to the rest of the plate on what's where it's coming from. And there's so much to offer.
We have a lot of followers from other states and stuff like that. Greg,
we do?
We do. We should throw out from time to time, like wherever you are.
Wait, my mom lives in Colorado.
That's local. My mom doesn't even watch, man. It's like she just trusts that I'm okay and alive and everything. She'll text me like, "Are you doing that?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Okay." But I just want to remind people that wherever you are, that's local. So obviously support local if you're in Colorado because that's where we are. So that's what we do. But wherever you are, like dig into your state and dig into your community. Dig dig into your county and figure out what's going on, because you're going to find your own Colorado mills in Oklahoma, where Michael's from. Well, maybe not there.
No, you're not.
But
Colorado
you know
mills.
the gist. I'm sure that there's a lot of local businesses in everybody's counties and communities
you're right
if
about
they don't
that.
if they don't know, they don't know, and that's a way to move the needle when it comes to putting another Starbucks where a mom and pop used to be, and you can move the needle with information and communication.
Well, you have to support, and what we've learned now is that communities are so important. Don't do that money wandering. Is that what you're saying, Jay? Keep that money right in your community.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
we could do that.
I mean, well, no, but here's the thing: like that, there could be, that business in your community that's local, so your money's not wandering, but it's also, somebody that, has $20 billion to throw around and doesn't need you and puts out a terrible product. So, I mean, the money wandering thing, yes, but that is in theory that you're spending your money locally when you are local. Does that make sense?
That does.
I mean, like if you go to Taco Bell because it's next door to your house, that's not really supporting local, even though your money's not wandering. I mean, it's wandering next door, but it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Who's been to 21 Steak in Pueblo? Anyone? Nobody? Okay, that's where we're going to be tomorrow. 21 Steak, the Chili Festival in Pueblo, Colorado. We'll be heading there tomorrow as we get to tour Ace. Where are you going to take us? Sunflower Field tomorrow.
Just outside just on the north end of town. There's a couple little fields that are probably drying up. They're probably still a couple weeks away from harvest, so they're not the big, beautiful yellow blooms. Yeah. But I was out there 2 weeks ago, and they still had a little bit of color to them. So it'll be a nice little drive, and right as you're heading out of town. Yeah. So one of many farms. I think this year we got about 23,000 acres, I think is what we kind of fell. We were shooting for about 27,000 acres. Fell a little bit short. So we have about 23,000 acres of seeds, and it's one of our best years for contracted acres.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So we are always happy to come back, and meeting new friends is what it's all about. And Nancy, thanks for having us here. So you didn't know what to expect. You're
I
like,
want to
okay,
thank you, and I hope that you will come back.
We will come back.
And I am thoroughly impressed by your show and your knowledge.
Oh, that's actually very sweet. That's what keeps us going. And what we're going to do tomorrow is continue on with day 5 of our trip. And as we gather all of these goodies, Monday we'll be back for this dinner series. How do I get you up to Denver to join us for dinner this next week?
I'm going to be there because I live there permanently.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you'll join us?
I think I might. This is all just moving so fast. You guys just move so fast.
I know, we do move fast as well. I'm trying to get Rick up there and Zach, of course, all of our friends. And new friends is really what it's all about. Justin, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you guys.
And Robbie and Michael and Anthony and Jay, Nancy. We're all here. We're going to just, at this point, shut it down, relax at this beautiful hotel. It's a beautiful evening in Lamar, Colorado. I don't know, what is it, probably 75 degrees out still.
It's still nice.
It's still gorgeous. So we're going to shut it down, kick that rock on down the road. We always thank you for tuning in and following along on the road trip. Thank you to the gals from the CRA, Colorado Restaurant Association, for coming along with us as well. It's really cool when we get to have some eye-opening experiences for people. Maybe next year you come on a road trip with us.
That road trip?
You wouldn't
Good.
like it. You wouldn't like it.
Can I drive behind you in another car?
Yes. We're going to get a tour bus, though, Nancy.
A tour bus. Almost famous.
That's what we need next.
Right.
Okay, Jay, for Jay Parker and myself, Greg Hollenbach, Brian Freeman, he'll be back with us on Monday. Got to thank everybody here. It was a great job tonight, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll kick that rock on down the road, and we'll see you tomorrow. The Modern Eater Show continues.